What's up, folks? Finally it's time to take this 145 to the dyno. This is second time, but now we have a new engine. Last night I warmed up the engine and there was some small issues. It doesn't want to run good, but I think I just ran out of fuel. I have fresh fuel here, more than 16 liters, so I will fill the tank. Then I do a short test drive and then I drive to the bigger garage. I have to change the driver's seat because there's a racing seat at the moment and it's not adjustable, so it's much nicer to drive to the city to the dyno with the original seat. But next I will refill the tank and do a short test drive to make sure that everything is okay. I really hope so. Now I have almost half tank, yes. So now we should have enough fuel for the test drive. Then I probably will need to take a little bit more for the dyno, over half tank. So make sure that we have enough fuel. But next I will do a short test drive. I think now it's running normally, so the issue was low fuel. Next I check the oil and I have to put the coolant, and then I will remove the racing seat and the seat belts, so it's much nicer to travel with the original seat. But next we will head to the dyno, which is very interesting. I almost forgot to show this. This was about 4 years ago. Time flies. With the old engine, 4,800 RPM, 92 horsepower. That's wheel horsepower. So if I multiply that about 1.2, that's maybe the number most are using. But now we are trying to find more than 100, I hope, at least not less than 92. And torque was 152 Newton meters with about 4,000 RPM. It will be very interesting to see the new results. Safely back home after the dyno session. Soon I will show you the exact results, but I had a small, small issues. I was lucky I get back home before the rain came, because this window doesn't work anymore. It's totally stuck. It doesn't move down or up. I have to check that, maybe open the cover and fix it. And then the amp light went all again on, and turning signal didn't work, and the fuel gauge went off. I know it's the fuse, the first fuse. And morning when I went to work, I after these problems appeared, I rolled that first fuse and it helped, but now it doesn't help. So maybe I lost the fuse, or there's a bad connection here. So I just have to change the fuse and clean the connector. So I hope that that will solve that problem. And third issue was the exhaust. It's there, the bracket, the bolt, I think the nut just came out, and it folded like that. I noticed in a dyno that it wasn't in a perfect position, so that happened on the way back home. But otherwise, car is okay. But next to the results. And quick summary about the engine. Fuel system, 245 Webers, pressure regulator and stock fuel pump. Nothing special. Ignition, Fireball XR300, and coil is a little bit better than a normal stock, and new black wires, and flywheel is lightened quite a lot, and stock the front end, and stock bottom end, stock pistons, stock crankshaft, everything. The small, the biggest things are the cam. It's a K cam, which is, I think, which is quite common in fuel-injected engines. And the head, I have ported it myself, so the exhaust ports are bigger, intake ports are almost stock. I just did a small adjustment, and the valves are slightly bigger, but nothing big there. What else? I think that's all. And exhaust manifold is slightly different, and 2-inch pipe with one muffler, so it's a little bit loud. And finally the results. There's the horsepower. This line is the old one. It was in 11th of July 22, and now it's the 10th of August 23. And last we have 92 horsepower with 4,800 RPM. And now, as you can see, we had 20 more horsepower today. So the two lines are here. There's a slight difference because we adjusted the timing with a stock original timing. We had 115 horsepower, and this is wheel horsepower. We changed the timing a little bit, so we got 116. So there's no big difference in horsepower. So we get 116 horsepower in 5,000 RPM, but in torque there was slight difference depending on the timing. Original timing we had 174 Newton meters with 4046 RPM, and you can see the difference. This is that one is with the original timing, and this is with we took a little bit more advance, so we got a little bit more torque here in 2000 RPM. So the torque is slightly better with that. But we changed the timing to the normal because the difference was so small. So we want to play safe here. So I'm quite happy. We got 20 more horsepower and 92. 116 is 26% more than 90, or 116 is 26.09% bigger than 92. And well, if we calculate that the power loss of a gearbox, a drive shaft and diff is about 20%, so wheel horsepower multiplied with 1.2 is about 139, but that's not important because we just wanted to know how much power we get by porting the head by myself and with the K-cam. So result was quite okay, or what do you think?